I swear to God, half the plane just got off the boot camp. You should feel the render. Oh, hello, Dorothy. Meat's back on the menu, boys. Well, hello there, humans, hippies, earthlings, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and if you're lucky enough, indeed, to be doing it too. I'm Bushka. Welcome back to channel. Today we're going to be talking about getting better. I have to admit it's getting better. It's getting better all the time. And the reason it's getting better all the time is because Season 5 is underway and we're hot dropping our sweet little buttocks off every day. I can't get enough of the hot drop. And the reason I really want to promote that and talk about it specifically is that it is how you build the muscle memory to become a better gunfighter. And if you can't fight in this game, then you're a victim. So I want to go through the ins and the outs of it. I want to talk about the theory behind it, some of the things that I do. And I also want to basically be a little bit of an evangelist for the idea that rating isn't so important. Or at least you can just run games like this on the NA server and then do your rating on the Asia server. Or you can just run rating as a solo versus squad guy or run rating as a solo player. Whatever you want to do. Personally, I think rating's just another way of turning a really, really fun game into a job. It's great when it comes your way, but if you base your whole play style around it, then it can become very, very tedious and take all the thrill out of the battle. Now, this is me at boot camp, and there's a couple of things going on that I want you to really pay attention to. One of them is that I'm very, very quick with swapping weapons, deciding on what I'm going to run, why I'm going to run it. One of the reasons that is very obvious to me is that I know the numbers on the guns, I know what does what, and I know what I feel comfortable with because I've hot dropped thousands of times, literally thousands of times in PUBG Mobile. And if you start doing that, then you become very, very comfortable in situations that are tight, in situations where you might be a specific underdog and you've got a whole squad bearing down on you, but it doesn't really matter because you've been there before and you've come out the other side and you're like, well, even if I die, I can just start again. And you become a whole hell of a lot calmer than someone that doesn't do this. And you also learn from your mistakes. Like, I'm in the middle of this courtyard. I shouldn't be. I'm looting, and then I get thirsty, and I'm immobile and chasing a knock. And that's a big error. And the very next game I played, I dropped Cosmodrome, and we had a really interesting landing. I'm going to show you after this little one in... I'm going to show you a very, very quick excerpt from school. I've been dropping hot at school. School seems to be popular again, which is great. There's an absolute arseload of people dropped here at school. And you can see, I don't have a gun. Looking for a gun, looking for a gun, looking for a gun. It's a theme of anyone who hot drops that you just absolutely got to get your hands on some kind of weapon or, you know, the game's over straight away. And you learn to use pretty much everything. If you know the numbers, I've got a spreadsheet on my Discord server. Join the Discord server. There is a link in the description below. And if you join that Discord server, happy days, then there will be a pinned message in the general chat that will allow you to look at all the numbers on these guns and time to kill for most of the ARs and everything like that. And I've done videos on it anyway. But suffice to say that I know that I can use an Uzi. I know how good an Uzi is if I can actually get a hold of some ammo for it. Oh, hang on, there's an M16A4. I've got a whole lot of videos on the M16A4, and we're getting comfortable with all these different guns. The guy we missed with the Uzi is up there. We know where he is. We're going to go and clear him now. Bob's your mother's brother, and everyone is loving life and living large. Now, this is very much like if you wanted to go to the beach and show off your cannons, you'd get in the gym. You'd start lifting weights. If you wanted to become a long distance runner, I mentioned this yesterday, you'd start running on the road. And if you want to get good at gunfights, you need to do this all the time. You need to drop places and get involved. Now, I died in that boot camp game you saw because I was basically breaking some of the rules that I actually set for myself, which is I was out in the open. But this is the very, very next game, and I hot dropped Cosmodrome. And all I'm worried about right now is getting a weapon. You can see I'm not stopping. I'm in the open. Get the weapon first and then worry about everything second. And I really make this game a focus. I'm going to switch up to that SLR and tap this person out. I really make it a focus in this game to not put myself in terrible positions. There's a couple of squads here. One of them is in the building to our west. The other one is outside of this actual hangar that I've dropped in here. I'm going to clear this member of the squad. Then the last member of the squad is going to come over. And I'm not taking any at all. I completely reload, pull back in. I don't have any armor at the moment. I can hear someone else is coming on the right. I don't think that's a good engagement for me. I mean, I could easily be cleared here. So I move over this way. I can hear a Gren being pulled. And they disappear. I think they go running down underneath me. So I'm like, whatever, man. You can just hang out there. I'm going to tap these ones out. Get a couple of extra kill spams. And roll back inside looking for a little bit of gear. Now, this is a real pressure cooker if you haven't done this kind of thing before. But the more you do it, like anything, the better you get at it. The more mistakes you make, the better you get at resetting engagements, changing the angle of attack, and working back into the gunfight. And you become calm about these things. The muscle memory builds up. You swap weapons very effectively. You start forming a hierarchy of guns depending on, you know, there's like a decision tree depending on the kind of engagement you're in as to which gun you want to be hanging on to. And what I'm going to do here is pretty cheaty. I'm going to pretend I'm a bot. So there's at least 2 guys over in that building. I'm going to pretend that I'm a bot. Tap, tap, taparoo. There we go. Just going to keep tapping it out every once in a while until someone turns up. Because last game, I went running around in the wilderness and got wrecked for it, which was fair enough. And this game, I'm going to make sure that I don't. This game, I'm going to make sure that I actually finish it out and we come away from this hot drop a happy, happy human. So I've got to reiterate again one more time. If you want to get that hot diggity dog feeling, if you want to get the adrenaline pumping, but at manageable levels, if you want to build muscle memory that turns you into a gunfighting wizard, then this is how you do it. Get off your ass, get out there, pretend you're a bot, tap a couple up into the air, fire it out for a homie, and then when they come to investigate, knock them the hell out. I hope you guys enjoy these kind of videos. I hope you enjoy the deep diving in the game, the nitty gritty. I really love that about PUBG Mobile. There is a lot to be gained from actually investigating what goes on, the tendencies. Another thing I would suggest you do, I know it sounds crazy, is start your own YouTube channel. But it doesn't even have to be for everyone else. If you start recording your gameplay and watching it back, you'll get better straight away. It's an amazing thing, but when you start recording your own footage, you start seeing these gaping holes in your gameplay, things that you don't do well, and you learn how to actually work through it. Another thing that you'll see is if a position's dead, if they know where you are, roll out of there, man. Just get the hell out. That guy's going to push me. He's really cranky. I've cleared his buddy, so he's going to push me. And I'm going to change up to that Beryl M762 because it's an absolute monster in close quarters combat. 45 base damage to a no chest armor wearing target at the same rate of fire, 2.54 seconds for 30 rounds as an M416 with 12.5% more base damage. Like, sign me up for that one, Judo. There he is. Happy days. That's the last squad mate down. I'm Bushka. Thank you for watching. Look after yourselves. And as always, stay safe on the battlefield. Bye for now.